Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about sharing your passion with your kids.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about sharing your passion with your kids. So you may have found out that one of the things that I'm passionate about at this point in my life is just being a father, being responsible for little beings, and hopefully they'll one day grow up to be very positive, active, respectful role models in the community. And that's my desire. For those of you who haven't ever heard this from me before, if you're new to the podcast, my ultimate goal is to have the respect of my adult children, right? Hopefully because I have respected them through their entire life and they know what respect looks like. But also, talking about respect, what is your passion as a parent? If you're a mom, are you just like passionate about cooking? Are you passionate about shoes? Whatever it is you're passionate about, I empower you to share that with your kids. Now listen to what I said, share it with your kids. Don't expect them to do the things that you want to do. For example, it's the beginning of football season right now. If there is a vice I have in this world, it is football. I do record these on video, guys. I do have a YouTube channel. And you could go and find out that information at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. But where I'm recording from today is in my mini man cave. Right behind me, I have a picture of my son wearing Dallas Cowboys stuff. I have the Dallas Cowboys Stadium 1,000-piece puzzle behind me that I did with my oldest son, Christian, when he was just 3 years old. Took us 3 weeks, and he just kind of sat there with daddy and did that with me. He understands the NFL probably better than 97% of all adults. He knows all the teams. He knows the teams that are good. He knows the teams that are bad. Why? Because in our house, when I do have the television on, which is not often, but it's always on the NFL Network. He actually thought it was the only news station. We had that discussion yesterday. Because we don't really watch the news in our house. So why do I share this passion with you? Because at this point, Christian has decided like he's just not into football that much. He'd rather play baseball. He'd rather play video games, he'd rather go out and ride his bike. He'd rather do anything but watch football with daddy, and that's perfectly fine with me. It's my passion. Nobody put that passion on me. I found it for myself, and it's just not his thing. But the little one, football. Daddy, look, football. Daddy, watch football. The little one turns 2 tomorrow, and I don't know if he's going to enjoy football with me or not. He will sit there and watch with me. We've got him to say touchdown. We've set him to say go Cowboys. He sees the excitement of the players. I even think Christian at that young age, used to enjoy just the colors going across the screen and the stream of updates across the bottom of the screen. When you're watching a game, he used to always go up and look at the different helmets and understand that. Which brings me joy, right? Both my boys understand that football is important to me, but not only because I watch the game. I try to explain, especially to Christian at this point, I enjoy the strategy. I enjoy the hard work. I enjoy the process of what it takes these athletes to be exceptional at what they do. And because I played myself, I can relate to this particular sport. I think it's the ultimate team sport. 53 guys on a roster, 45 of them dress on Sunday, and it is the ultimate chess match. when two really good teams go up against each other. So some people watch the game and they watch it for entertainment purposes. I use it as a learning tool for life. And for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people, it is just awesome to watch these games. So I empower you, whatever you're passionate about. Like, I'm passionate about football. When I watch the game, my wife has said to me in the past, like, why aren't you just an announcer, as if it's easy to get an announcer gig? Because I say what the announcers say. I often know the penalties before the referees. I see they threw the flag, but based on who threw it and where they threw it, I understand what the penalty's probably going to be, even though it wasn't on screen. Like, I understand the game. Probably not as much from a coach's perspective, but probably as well as you can from the average spectator's position. I haven't met probably about two people in my life that I've been able to watch games with who understand the game as well as I do. That's how passionate I am. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that's how passionate I am about the game. I see things before the play starts, as a player would. I understand coverages. I understand design. I love this game of football. So what I do love is, in today's day and age, for those of you who are younger, you've always had this. I have not. We have this DVR, and I can show my kids what I saw or why I called a play and why it happens that way. And how do you know that, Dad? Because I've studied, I've practiced, I've watched a lot of this, so I've learned along the way. And being able to learn and share those passions and something that I'm excited about, I say, listen, whatever you're passionate about. Right now, my son's playing baseball, which I'll do a podcast on. And like, if you want to be good at this, you have to practice it. You have to understand the rules of the game. And I think when we're passionate about things, we know them, we've deep dived into it, and we understand it to its fullest. And those things that are that important to us, I think it's important, vitally important to us and to our children to share those passions. Some of you, it may be music. Some of you, it may be monster cars. Some of you, it may be, as I said in the beginning, cooking. Some of it may be a love of, collecting Barbie dolls, for all I know. But if you're that passionate about it, definitely share it with your children with zero expectations. We'll talk to you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.